All set? All right. Hello again. Transmania here, also known as Ricardo. Just I finally doing another stream for you guys. Now, all I going to say is the reason why I wasn't activated or uploading videos last week. It was because of the whole school work I have been, and also just today I finished the last test or exams of my school, and I'm finally free for holidays. As you could see yesterday, I uploaded my first video ever for it seems a long time. Well, I finally back now. I must tell you, I also this train is going to be about making a new engine that my friend Mark Loves Trains had requested me to model. I actually it's fine. If you also for those who were asking for those who will be asking for the stream link, sorry, it won't be public like others like Brandon does. Only the ones who I allow will be going will be only the ones who I approve will be allowed to go to join the stream. Well, anyway, I better start work. Think it's time for doing the stream with. I'm just sharing the link stream of this. Also, just a few, just recently, there have been before I show up some before I show something, I got to say that just recently there have been new releases on various websites, including my new Merlin model. If you wonder where it's available, it's available on TidMediart 3D, where my friend Thomas Tank Engine 76 has released there. There will be new upcoming engines like actually I better not to talk about the new releases. Well anyway, let's start doing this, right? Also, Mark Love Strange, as you know him, has been doing a project who is going who is involving me as one of the modelers, and also he requested me to make a couple of engines that he wanted me to make. Well, one of those are an engine, one and two of those are other kind. One is a road vehicle, another is a boat with rails with wheels. You know, skiff. Anyway, I better start with the first engine that I have in mind. I think it will be. Wait up. Okay, so let me see when I let those. When it comes to modeling, I always had. When it comes to modeling and also using orthos or blueprints to make the engine, I always had to look out where I left those pictures of blueprints. Okay, I guess someone did join us again.
Hello.
Hello, Mark. Welcome. I
Thanks for
enjoyed
having
the.
me.
Oh, sorry, it's me again.
Yeah, again.
Anyway, I'm going to start working on one of the engines that you requested. Um,
All right.
let me. So I think I have it right here. It's here somewhere. Wait up. Mm.
Hold on, excuse me.
What's that sound? What was that sound? Okay, I see that Mark just had to go to something there anyway. Yes, Sergeant Brentline Studios, Tyler. I also wonder when that iOS route is going to release. But if you're referring, if you're referring to the Soda Workshop's Island of Sodor, I'm not sure when. Well, I hope it will that to be released too. But I prefer not to rush the people behind that. Also, some of you didn't know, just recently yesterday, as you guys know, yesterday they've given new two releases on the Marvelous Mainland workshops, which is included which included Bash and Dash, and included the Scottish twins, Donald and Douglas. Now that we got those, now that we got a new version of Bash and Dash, I think it would be a good time for those who. I think it would be nice for others to finally to create some stories that we never we be. That's actually something good for all of us. After all, we never got to see the loggy engines again after the Millet era. You know where CGI was when they finally were starting using CGI on the Thomas and Friends of the television series. Although, yeah, something I must discuss for not to be so silent while Mark is gone is that Bash, Dance, and Ferdinand indeed were characters, but the thing is they didn't have a personality as others says, and yet I got to admit it. I didn't even notice about that until now. I discovered that. But anyway, it's this really give Mark did give me the idea of star modeling Ferdinand because why not? It's really something great. Or should I say it's the best idea he had. Also let's invite I'll send the link to someone else who maybe are able to make and they may are able to join. Hmm. Well, that's because well and Andrew, it's because Ferdinand was built that way. And of course, that's how Ferdinand's design is. I mean, why such a large engine like that would need a very large tender? That's the question. And yet, Ian, and yes, Tyler, that's that's basic. Ferdinand is based it on his real life basics. Trains with David, you don't even have to say that. Also, I don't know if that Ferdinand is going to release. That's why I'm making this Ferdinand. Alberto, Alberto, Ferdinand is American. Isn't it obvious? He doesn't have cow catchers, true, but still, Ferdinand is indeed American engine. Sorry, excuse me, guys, if I sound. Sorry if I don't sound very clear. I having I having something going on with my microphone. Well, anyway, let's start working on Ferdinand, or because if I wait for Marco right now, it will take a long time until he comes back. Also, I must confess something that when someone was asking me to when someone was asking me to make a model for him, I just refused to. The reason why, because last model ages I make wasn't a very great, very excess like I would describe. They were only basic, you see. But I finally improved my modeling, and it's alright now. Also, my friend Thomas Tank Engine 75 is going to give a new releases on the website in Media 3D. If you are one, if you guys said that is my website, it is not. The owner is Thomas Tank Engine 75, 76. Now, I let's just I'll just talk about the I'll talk about when I first saw the movie of Mr. Ireland Rescue. When I first saw that movie, I didn't even realize that Bash, Dance, and Ferdinand didn't have a personality. I thought there were just normal engines working in a lone island separate for the that that's only away from the whole world. But now that I having other people's details about those three, now I can understand why they just why they were why we never saw them again. Of course, there were a couple of episodes with different engines, like Ferdinand with Gordon, I think Bash with Emily, and Dash with Toby, or was Bash with Toby and Dash with Emily? I don't actually remember. But indeed, it's a shame for those. It's a shame for the for those lucky local engines not to appear anymore. Also, yes, now that I realize Ferdinand Bash and Dash Ferdinand, Bash, and Dash are, it seems, American engines. I mean, when I saw the movie, I didn't even realize. I thought they were British engines, but very different, but very different design. Of course, I didn't know how to classify engines. In fact, when I first saw Hank in one of the Thomas episodes of the Hit era, I didn't know he was American. I thought he was from the mainland on Sodor, as some of you guys know. Oops. Sorry guys, I don't know why that is happening. I just doing some tests with this thing on. I just doing some testing this. But anyway, I better stick in this way. Indeed, also I got to say that I never thought why we never saw them, like why I never saw Ferdinand, Bash, and Dash again on after after the seasons in after the seasons in CGI. After all, I consider those engines very interesting. Not like my favorites, but indeed they're very distinctive engines. And now that I have sorry, oh dear, something went wrong when I was doing this. I think we is all set with that. Now let's do this part with the whistle. Also, modeling was pretty complicated when I first started making when I first started, and also I pushed myself to do that. And of course, I thought I wouldn't make such a great. I didn't even believe in the first. I didn't even believe that all these was I would come so far in this. Others can say that I got well. Other other people can. Some people can say that. Of course, nothing of this is very simple. I'll say that because sometimes some users, some people can say that. Some people say that I steal others' models because of my mishaps back in 2018 when I didn't know everything about these kinds of things, private models and all that. And they only found it as an excuse, sure, because of they don't have anything to do than to come up to me and say something like that. I mean, it's not happening. I mean, it's not happening right now, but I actually get over it. Is only some if only come up if I find a YouTuber that's come after me and say awful things about me, that's his own problem. He wouldn't be the most respectful. He wouldn't be respect for anything. Also, they do. Also, respect goes a long way. Hmm. I just Okay, sorry. I've been very silent with this, but uh, I was looking forward to see someone else to join. I'm going to share the link with my friends if someone who wants it's able to join. All this is very yeah. When I sometimes I'm streaming, I always had to do it this myself. I always had to do it alone. And well, it's really yeah. This is real. Yeah, it's quite lonely. Some
I'm here. I'm here. I'm just being really quiet because I have to deal with something. So if I don't speak, that's just because I'm occupied. Okay.
oh, there you are.
Anyways, I gotta go. I'll see you. I'm still gonna be in the call. I'm just gonna be muted.
Oh, okay. Well, while Marcus is gone, let's just continue with this. Well, yeah, the thing is, well, yes, the thing is, of Ferdinand is real. He is American. I don't know what kind of class of engine it is, but he do is based from one engine from the early years of Steam. I'm sure for the mid. I'm not sure for what kind year. I'll just let. Well, I'll look for that, and well, also for what I found out from Ferdinand's class, is that they weren't just because that the engines who were that his kind class of engine wasn't actually all that fast like he is on the Millet era, including when Mr. Allen Rescue was released. They're actually such a slow speed, I think. Okay, I went to the fandom of I went to the fandom website of Thomas and Friends, and I can see that Ferdinand's basics is that Ferdinand is based on a Climax Class C Logi loco. It has, and it turns out that this engine has been re-gauged from 3 foot gauge to standard gauge. And as for the speed, I don't like. Oh, and it seems that the top speed of these engines were 25 miles per hour. But it seems that Ferdinand somehow is more faster than all his brothers and sisters. Well, if he has ones, I don't know. I can't deny if he has siblings or not. Maybe I think about, you know, now that I found out about further, now that I found out about, now that I found out about Ferdinand, I think I think about making a backup story for his own. Maybe like he was the first prototype of a climate. of the Class C Climax, and and for some reason he have tended to be more faster and quicker than all the rest of the disciplines. All right, there it is. All right, this is taking good shape. I never, th- I did, I never thought these would come. Well, okay. Oh, good, good for you. Good dear. Sorry for that. I wasn't checking what I was doing. Well, anyway, Ferdinand is now taking good shape. Oh, here, now how to make it more smaller. Well, as you know, if Bash and Dash and if Bash, Dash and Ferdinand were still around, sure they could still live in the Misty Island. After all, that was his home. But something I never knew is that they used to work on Sodor. And well, we never. I'm thinking about how they get to the Mystic Island and what the trouble they make. Mike, Michael, I don't know actually. Well, I not actually very. I'm not sure about that. But then, but anyway, I just going keep doing this. After all, Mark has some plans for Ferdinand on the project that he's going working on. All I can say that I'm the best of I'm one of the best of this month. I one of those who's best in modeling, so that's why I give it that role. What I mean is that he know I'm good at modeling, and yes, it's really this is actually pretty nice. Model also when if some of you do to become a modeler, I'll give you an advice. Only do You can do the models that you want, but if someone asks you to do one, but if someone asks you to make one for him, well, just I think you also have to set it, and also he because it will give you some idea for next model. And about the logo on Ferdinand's tender and including on the cap, I'll know how to manage that. I be taking I be doing closely. I be doing this kind thing. I been checking more closely to my modeling, and I know which things I had to fix be- in several create in a couple of my pre-creations, and including on the new ones that I will bring. Also, a lot of things he did this year was the worst of all for all of us. I can say all that I wish is that next year all this will end, including COVID-19. I really, hey, this is okay. Ferdinand's running board is it's too large. I had to adjust that. Hey, I think this is how arched the running board is. I also hope to have a better. Also, well, I got to admit it that my first modeling wasn't the best of all. Well, it wasn't the best. I was just starting. I was just learn. I was just a beginner. Now I feel like a learner expert. Okay, I think this is going. Okay, this is taking good shape. I'll better save this. I'll better save this my progress because if I don't, the model can be lost in a few. Can be my computer maybe sometime can be crashed, and also well the whole project can be lost. Also, my this version of Ferdinand is not going to be like other people's versions. I actually going to remain this as a 2D. What I mean 2D is that it's actually going to remain as a like the 2010 face. like the 2010 faces. Well, 3D faces are all well and good, and I actually respect that. I got to admit it, they are pretty really good. But I think it, but the 2D faces are actually, yeah, like the 2010 models. That's what I'm referring to. All right, so I just the only the front or the front image is only for focus of how this is how the model is going. Hold on. Also, also recently, wait, something is going on here. Wait, what's this? Hmm, that's weird. I had to make this lamp again. Sorry, when I sometimes I'm doing this, I need to check it. I need to check which need to check the models parts of the model so nothing wrong can happen. So nothing will go wrong because of the because when I doing the textures. And of course, these things can happen when I making. Okay, so sorry guys if I'm very quiet, if I'm if I'm silent. I just and I sometimes I do a stream. I just hope that some people would join in case of my friends or in case my friends and like that. Okay, further this lab is now taking good shape and also his own his body. Now let's see. No, this no further this lab reminds me to the one that Jace carried on one of those episodes that was called James in the Dark or something. I don't actually remember the episode, but indeed he was carrying a lot like that. And also hopefully for now this Christmas will also give it a new upgrade to the O6 Emily model that you all guys saw. And you'll wonder what the upgrade is. It's just only that I changed the parts on her to be look like in the original TBS series, on the hit era. Because if you don't guys know what's the difference between the Emily model that we seen on the television and to the one on CGI now, you all had to look you all had to look there and find out. Thank you. Yes, Ferdinand looks amazing, but it will be more amazing once he's finally on trains. All right, this is taking good shape. I think Ferdinand will be one of those engines who I will be won't that I won't regret to making. Thank you, Alberto. And yes, my models are amazing. Okay, I found out something that is not that I need to fix them Ferdinand before. Uh, sorry, guys, I don't know why that happened. It's just yeah, it's some because I had these issues several times, and I did manage to, and I do manage to go through this kind of things. But well, what what did make what did make me to start modeling is well for develop to put my ideas into action. One, I mean, the point is of having of how it says. Wait, oh yeah, that Casey Junior that you saw in my re- in the video that I just uploaded yesterday. Well, yeah, but I'm afraid that model is private. The reason why of the create and the reason why is because of the owner. He made that Casey Junior model and he takes some screenshots and send it over to me so I could make that version of Casey Junior. So sorry guys, I can't promise that a release of that engine. I always I also had to be careful with the music I use for my videos because some of those might have copyright or something. Okay, so I just taking a close look to to more to more images from of Ferdinand and how he looks like. So I guess Ferdinand's running board was large after all. To be honest, I don't know even if I doing things right or I doing these things wrong. I mean, because of modeling, when I need to model some kind of edge that I don't even have the necessary thing, I don't have I don't have the needed the needed blueprints or orthos to make the locomotive. I had to really I need to go after the other kinds of blueprints that may can fit it. Right there it is. This is taking good shape. Ferdinand will be one of the great one of those greatest models I've ever made. Right. Ferdinand is now really taking good shape with this. I'm actually really happy. Also, I guess I have someone else who will join on the stream. Wait up. No, he's not someone that you guys know, but still, this is all right. Here it is.
Ricardo, my friend, how you doing, man?
I'm fine. Just making Ferdinand here.
Oh, that's good.
What do you think of how it's going so far?
Friend, how you doing, man? I'm fine. Just making Ferdinand here. Oh, that's good. What do you think of how it's going so far?
What's
Yeah.
what's that sound?
Uh, um, don't worry about it.
Oh, all right. Well, what do you think of Ferdinand? How
He
does it
looks
look?
he looks great so far.
Yeah, he's going to appear on my friend Mark's in one of my friend's projects. My friend is here, but he's currently somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
He'll be
Well,
back, I'm sure.
okay. Well, since that you're making Ferdinand, I I've been making thinking some hold on, let me find the words.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the other day, did you saw the video with your boy Maze have released a video about Bosher? Do you saw the video?
No, I didn't saw that.
Oh, well, guess what? I
Mm-hmm.
talked to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to him and Fusion Firebox.
Ooh, I see.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Wow.
And for the real business, I
Mm-hmm.
have been thinking of some great ideas, which I make will be make a pretty good Thomas fan special.
Well, I would like to, but right now I'm doing one of those one character that Mark asked me requested me to do. I only with Ferdinand, and the next I had to make Skiff and Kevin.
Oh, okay, good to know.
No, I mean it's not actually a no or a yes. I only pretty, I only started making this, and I also want to work in several videos that I want to make on my YouTube channel. I haven't uploaded so much yet recently.
Yeah. But still, Ferdinand looks great so far.
Thank you. Also, for what also for what I'm aware on the movie on the Mystic Island, you know that you know that Bash and Dash told Thomas that they used to work on Sodor.
Well, it's been a while since I saw the movie. I can barely remember the storyline.
Well, it turns out that they really were work on they get to work on the island of Sodor. However, from what the twins said, they caused some trouble and were sent to the Misty Island rescue.
Uh,
To the Misty Island, I said. I just said the title of the movie.
uh,
Sorry.
it's alright, man.
Also, for what I didn't notice is that these angels are actually Americans and not British.
Yeah, that's what I noticed on the Thomas Wiki.
You think you know Ferdinand sees more faster than his original real life basics meant actually is. Do you think he was a prototype?
I don't know.
Well, it's just a possibility because some proto when you when because people make prototypes, sometimes they're very successful and others don't.
Yeah,
But even still, it maybe it's possible to make a backup story of these three engines.
yeah, probably.
Also, for for what I now start to remember of the movie is that we've does remember the tunnel that leads from the Southern Rescue Center and leads to the Misty Island.
Yeah, that's what I remember. That's all I can remember about it.
The blue these images that I use for Make Ferdinand are not very and are not actually all that very how to say I don't know how to say but they they don't actually fit in well with they don't fit well with each other but at least I can but still I can easily manage with this also because also I'm doing an update to my '06 Emily model.
Really?
Yeah, she's now looking more like the TVS style instead more rather than the CGI.
Hmm. Okay.
If you had to if you had to decide between TBS and CGI, which one you would prefer?
Oh, it's really hard to choose.
I will combine a half from the Railway series because of rolling stock and some of engines, including including a couple of rolling stock from the TBS, including all the fleets of the engines, and combine several characters, and combine the characters that appears on CGI with the others Railway series and TBS. I I can testify that way.
Hmm.
You know, if Ferdinand was part of the mainline engines, sure he would be run local trains. Suburban trains.
Yeah. That actually that sounds like a good idea.
Well, for what I'm aware, his class is not the fast. Well, he doesn't see the fastest, but he's not the fastest. But at least he is suitable for every kind of job.
Yeah. That's right.
That's all. That is all his words.
Or
All
I might
right.
call or I might call it his catchphrase.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was just a little bit tired. I'm sitting here for too long. It's already an hour.
Yeah, an hour and 7 minutes to be exact.
Hmm. Would you like to have a look to Emma? Would you like to have a look to my Emily?
Sure, I would like to see
Okay.
any engine.
Okay. Wait up. I'm going to. Right. The progress of Ferdinand is going well so far, so I'm going to save this. And now let's open. I had it here. Here she is. What do you think?
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
Thank you. If you wonder for the number three, is because I put the number on the side cap so I can adjust the text. So because, well, uh, wait up. It's because of this mainly from the bec- so I can adjust so I can adjust where the number has to be.
Hmm.
That's a lot of questions that everyone was asking me about why he she has a number, why is having three or the number 12.
Well,
But to be honest,
I have no idea why.
it's a bit annoying.
Yeah, I guess. Even though that, even though that she is an engine from the GNR, I wonder if Gordon knew her back then.
Well, consider that on one of West's versions, Alice might be the one who know about Emily.
Hmm.
I mean,
Interesting.
I mean, Henry Ivet designed the Henry Ivet built the Atlantic Sea once in 1899, and that's where the time the stars began to be redrawn.
Hmm. Oh boy.
But still, I actually, but to be honest, because now that she has the number of the cap, maybe it's possible to make a risking of Sterling number one, the sole survivor Sterling single on the National Railway Museum.
Yeah. Speaking of National Railway, I heard that Box Hill is in one of those museums,
Oh, you mean one of Stephanie's brothers?
and Thomas's and one of Thomas's cousins.
Don't forget that Remembrance is also one of Thomas' cousins.
I know.
And as a matter of fact, Merlin might be one of his cousins too.
What makes you think that?
I mean, Merlin is a King Arthur class, just like Richard, the Green Engine.
Yeah.
So they are technically Thomas's cousins.
Okay, but are they? But that got me confused for a second. Is Merlin used to work for Brighton, where Thomas used to work?
Well, that was after Thomas left Brighton.
To work in Sodor in 1915. Okay.
Yeah. Also, as I speak, and I told you one time, Merlin is based on a real life King Arthur with three funnels.
Yeah, I know. I saw the picture of it.
And I'm sure, and I'm really pretty, and well, I'm pretty sure that maybe that Merlin was on very helpful on the southern region, and also it was taken out of service.
Oh, okay. So, do you hear any information about the 25th season of Thomas?
I don't actually know.
Well, I did read some other information, and it says here that Gordon is going to be a father figure.
Uh, To be honest, it seems that season 25 is going to be the worst season of all.
I know. So pretty much Gordon's gonna be a dad now.
I mean, do not laugh about that.
Ah, I'm sorry, it's just weird. Thomas is older than Gordon. How come Gordon has to be a father figure? Is it because that Gordon's bigger than Thomas? Jesus.
I mean, Edward and Thomas are more older than Gordon, so I guess Edward has to do the father figure.
Yeah, well, maybe my other guess is that would be a grandfather figure, but Jesus, I don't think that would be a good idea in that one.
Hmm. His own that show is the season 25 is only for kids now. The old ones were for were for people old and young. Also, look into Gordon's. Also, I saw someone making a recreation of how Gordon is going to look like in season 25. He seems now like a O10O, an engine with 10 driving wheels.
O10O. Never heard of
Yeah,
anything like that before. Let me look that up. O10O.
an O10O was a goods engine built by the Midland Railway. The engine was known as Big Bertha.
Oh
It
wait,
was
wait, wait! I heard of that engine. I heard it in one of these stories of Sodor episodes.
Yeah, Molly mentioned that it used to be the banker of the Licky Incline and was scrapped back in 1956, I think.
Yeah, yeah. It says that they've been withdrawn in 1956, and all of them have been scrapped. Okay.
Believe it or not, it's only one of the kind, and that thing got scrapped.
Oh, rest in peace, Big Bertha. Makes a pretty good Thomas character.
I know. At least there's a model of her in Dallas Station for trains.
Oh. Hmm.
I mean, that's lucky.
Very lucky.
Yeah, all and many British angels are not act. Yeah, most angels are not actually around anymore. In fact, no, neither Toby and Edward and Thomas's class are around.
Yeah, I know. I looked on the information about him. I even saw some information of GWR Studios. Wait, some of James's classes might be scrapped.
Yeah, that's true. But I think the closest class that could be make reference to James is one of the class 27s. That one is still around on the East Lancashire Railway.
Yeah, where James used to work back in the day.
No, that was the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway, not the Eastern.
Okay. Maybe I should look some more information about Thomas later.
Hey, I found something. I found something on Twitter.
But you find something on Twitter.
A user called Data Sturdies shared an image of how Henry would be look like as Atlantic in the TBS.
Really?
Check it out. I sent it to the private chat.
Okay. Holy Jeebus! It's beautiful.
I know.
He
Well,
looks just like an Atlantic.
I know.
And probably a bit hard to mention that Henry might either be an A1 or a C1 Atlantic fused together, but Henry's a Henry.
Well, technically, Henry is across A1 Pacific and Atlantic C1.
Yeah. But it'll be more convincing of where did Henry come from. But some people have found this theory that might be convincing.
I think he comes from Doncaster. After all, that's where the Atlantics and the Grizzlies were built.
Yeah, yeah. Henry might be building Dancaster.
Also, I just make. Also, remember my favorite class of engine that I told you?
Yeah.
Just say which was.
Oh.
It was a Midland Spinner.
A Midland Spinner. Okay.
This is the Midland Spinner.
Holy Jesus! He looks like something that will work in the working Brandon branch line.
You mean Edward?
Yeah, where Edward and Boko or Bill and Ben worked.
Yeah, I give it these controls just yesterday. What you think?
Awesome! It looks so beautiful.
The the files the file was available on the workshops, but I'm not on that service anymore. So a friend of mine was welcome to send me the file.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, remember that I haven't told you that I make a BR style of the middle rebel spinner.
Okay. And,
I didn't, right?
uh, uh, hard to tell. All right.
Well, that Angel wasn't the only one who I gave cap controls. I also gave it I also give it to my Emily model, but not the '06 one.
Oh, okay.
To the 2000 to my custom 2010 one.
Hmm.
Yeah, all this tumbling modeling is really something that I never thought will come so far.
Oh, okay. Just a question, Ricardo. If I want to grow my channel to to some couple of subscribers, let's just say I make a Thomas video by using trains, one of those trains games.
Which one exactly?
I don't know. I don't know which game to use. Should I use a New Era or Simulator 2019?
Hmm, I prefer Trains in Era. Which one
Oh,
do you prefer?
it's hard to tell. I mean, lots of people sometimes use Train Simulator 2019. The lighting looks better and it looks realistic, and lots of people often use Trains a New Era for their videos.
Well, it's up to you.
I guess.
But even so, if you don't get along with, if you don't get along pretty well with Trains 2019, then you should use Trains in your era.
Well, I did download Trains Railway Simulator 2019, but it did not. It was lagging like crazy. It's probably I have an office PC instead of a gaming PC. Well, I guess it'll work well when I have Trains a New Era. Let's see if it will work.
Right here are Ferdinand cylinders all set. Now,
These are his cylinders. I wonder what Ferdinand will look like in the Railway series.
well, just like his real life basics.
True. Uh,
I mean, I don't see any differences between his TBS version and the rep and how his Rebel series will be look like.
It probably might have the same color, and space would be different. and a comparison between Bash, Dash, and Ferdinand, what they look like in real life, some some whatever what they have on the front will probably will block the face or something. I guess why now I know why Hit Entertainment have put these those little gears or something on the behind.
Oh, oh, all this looking good.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be part of Ferdinand's frame, and this over here is what handles the buggy trucks.
Okay. There.
What's that sound, really?
Hmm. Did you see a video about Thomas using a diesel brake tender?
Oh yes, that Thomas the tender engine is not that brake tender was for diesels, but it's only known as a brake tender.
Yeah, I haven't heard of a brake tender till I saw that video. I might be
Well,
thinking, oh, this is probably a new thing. So
well,
I looked up brake tender, and yeah,
those brake tenders were for trains without brakes. And consider that the early 1960s, when diesels were starting to take charge, those brake tenders were used.
yeah,
But but after the years went by, their new better rolling stock was appear with new brakes and all that, and so the brake tenders were withdrawn from service. Also, the difference is that they carry scrap metal inside, so they make it very heavy, and that's how they help the engines to brake. That's how they help the diesels to brake.
hmm,
Yeah, that's basically how the brake tenders work, like a brake van, although different.
okay. Can you imagine Gordon use a brake tender?
Who have a second tender then?
Yeah, I got a feeling when that video actually happened, I got a feeling Thomas is gonna tease him.
Yeah, they teased Thomas when he used that brake tender, and I think it's time for those mainline agents to get a teasing.
Yeah.
Well, it seems I when I first saw Ferdinand, I just simply couldn't understand how he has a sing how his how his wheels could move, if the piston was separate, if the pist if the piston and cylinders are not part of his bogies, when I start to when I start to recover information about his type of engine, I figured out that um, that the engine was built to that the engine was built to be that way. I'm sure.
Yeah. It, when I saw Ferdinand, when I first saw the movie, I had nothing to say about Ferdinand. He seems like a really cool engine.
Yeah, but like others said, he needs a personality.
Yeah.
Well, that's in my point. Well, that's in my point of view of the others.
Yeah.
Well, I ac- well, it seems like I'm making a great now talking and modeling. It seems I did a great job with Ferdinand.
Yeah.
What? Are you boring?
No, no, no. I'm just looking up some pictures of of the real life British engines.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I found Rebecca's family member.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and it says here that it doesn't say what kind of gender that engine is. So I'm gonna say it's a guy,
You mean he's male?
pretty much.
That's I mean actually that's how the gender is. Male or female.
Yeah, I know how
Correct?
this works. It says here that his name is Swanage.
Hmm. I see. Oh, I guess we have a friend of mine who joined us on the stream.
Oh,
Hello, everyone.
hey,
Andrew,
hey
welcome.
there, guy that I never met before.
Uh, greetings, one and all. And I know, and yes, I know it's early for me to say this, but I'm just gonna say Happy Holidays and a Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yes,
Thanks, Andrew. To you too. What you are wishing to receive in this Christmas?
I'm not sure, but I'm not. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure. Or to be quite honest with you, I guess everything will come out as a surprise. Eyes, we'll see. Ah, I see you making Ferdinand.
I know. What you think of my progress?
Even okay, well, it's not bad. Even though I'm not really a fan I'm not a fan of the login logos. I mean, I was when the movie first came out, but that was when I was like a bit younger. Nowadays, I find it kind of cringy, but that's just me. Well, actually, me and a lot of other people. No offense.
I know.
I'm
I
taken.
actually still like in every kinds of engines, including the Logi Locos.
That's right.
You're the one who.
Ow, don't do that. Do that again.
Hmm. You know, I was speaking with my friend here about what would happen what if we know something about the Mystic Island what and how did these engines is pre-lights were, you know, before being discovered by Thomas.
Yes. We all know that Ferdinand, Bash, and Dash, all three of them are built in America, and according to the wiki here,
Yeah, Ferdinand is American, and I think
that's
Bash and Dash are as well.
They are.
exactly.
Also, for one of my surprise is that Ferdinand is not all that fast. Well,
Yeah.
in real life,
Hmm.
their only maximum speed is 25 miles per hour, but I think that Ferdinand was the first prototype, and that's the reason why he's more quicker than his brothers and sisters.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, prototypes can be more accessible.
Yeah, but seriously, I mean, the one thing a lot of people really don't like the most is Bash and Dash finishing each other's sentences and Ferdinand's catchphrase.
Also, the thing that I wonder is how could we look like with cow catchers? I mean, American Ages all had to wear those things.
24/7. I mean, look at Bo, for example.
Yeah, including your, and let's just say that your OC wears cow catchers every
Well,
24 hours.
yeah, but on my Bachman model, I had to cut it off due to the couplings. Although, until I realized I could buy different couplings, I wish I should have bought those. But at that time, I didn't have the money. I'll get them eventually.
I see. So, how's everything going over there with you?
Same old, same old. In fact, the one thing I'm very happy that I got accomplished. Well, me and Chuck got accomplished, finally making that Snowden diesel, for everyone to use. And for all of you out there who have trains and want to add the Snowden diesel onto your Mount Railway on your trains, the download link is located on my DeviantArt page, Thomas from Words 101. It's under the name Niles. Just look for the picture. It looks like a Snowden diesel. The diesel's name is Niles. It comes in 3 different liveries: a purple livery, a black livery, and a white livery. The white livery is just a base. So that way you guys can reskin it into whatever color you want. You can make it into a male or female. You can even change its name if you wanted to.
Interesting.
Name and number. So that's why I came up with the idea of having a base version, so that way people can make it into anything they want. So in other words, yes, the model of a Snowden diesel is free to reskin.
That's good.
Yeah.
Also, I
yeah.
want. Also, oh, what's that sound?
Not me.
I know it's not you. You only just popped in.
Exactly.
Well, I was just trying. Also, I just showed earlier how the changes that I did on my O6 Emily.
Not bad.
You did saw her, did you?
I did.
Oh, okay. So wonder if you want to see it. In just in any case, I had to show it again.
All right.
Well, I also. Well, I guess I had to show her again. Look.
Look how beautiful this engine is.
I mean, the 19th century engines are the most beautiful of all, including the 20th century ones.
I love it.
I gotta say,
the why did you have the number 3 on the side of her? I mean, I'm used to number 12 because it's canon, but why 3?
Well,
I mean, she's not. I mean, what you trying to do? Pull an Alfred?
Here's the thing. I was just about to answer that because without this number, I wouldn't put the texture on the right place.
Oh, I see. It's a texture, so if people can want to add the number. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So it's optional to have the number on her side or not.
Exactly. And that's
Okay. That
now.
actually makes a lot more sense.
And sometimes when I'm about to explain that, the person starts to speak and blah 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 and all that. Well, sorry about that. But even still, I wasn't very satisfied with the current shape that my Emily model had, so I had to change some parts of her to give it this result, to be look more like the TBS one.
Hmm.
Also, just recently yesterday, I gave my Midland Railway spinners some cap controls. What do you think?
Not bad.
Yeah, it looks like yeah, it's beautiful. It even has some chairs for some just in case if a driver gets sick. He could hardly stand.
Yeah, some drivers, when drivers are ill, they don't have a place to sit, don't they?
Yeah.
Also, what do you think about my last video, my video of yesterday, Andrew?
Not bad. Not bad.
It was
Oh,
it was beautiful, wasn't it?
OMG. Are you using for that model, are you using Joey's face pack?
Wait, that was
I mean,
Joey's face?
Yeah, that's Joey's
yeah,
face. I recognize it.
yeah, from Joey, or AKA 13.
I prefer Joey.
Yeah, it's best in that way.
Yeah.
No, and actually, speaking of which, fun.
Yeah, but his name is Roderick, and he's not a police engine.
You know, if there are actually police engines in the show, that would be weird.
I mean, Victor Tanzin did the same thing, and he's actually pretty cool.
Speaking of Joey,
Ah, yes, that mod. Oh, yes, that model of Joey that you just make. I
Oh, that looks
actually like it.
that looks nice. Is this made
Yep.
using a Bachman Percy?
Yes,
yep,
he did.
yep. Basically, what I did was I took up the pistons, the little side, the extra side rod that was on top of the other one. I put clay on one side of the window to make it have a double window like Thomas, and I also used clay to make the dome. And the phase came from a wooden railway Scarloey.
I see.
Oh, that looks nice.
Also, I also guess which engine is. Also, try to guess the engine right here. I have it somewhere.
Let's see.
Ta-da!
Ah,
That's the shape that I recognize.
Yeah, this engine appears on the book, The
Monster Under the
Shed.
Shed. Yeah, I saw pictures of it, but I don't own the book, sadly.
Well, the engine is based from a BD class tank engine from the Il Bercier, I think.
Yeah,
And
that's what I know.
And this engine was also used to make this one. His name is Howen.
That engine is made using a Peter face.
Yeah, it's only for play. It was only for plays. It also speaking. Also, the reason why is because I saw my friend Chuck's model of base from this engine using this kind of face pack for screenshot of the same road of the shed road.
hey, Ricardo, I'm just curious. Do you have the model do you have the train model of Niles that me and Chuck made?
No, I didn't download it yet. I don't have the Codifel engines anyway.
I'm sure someone does. I'm for sure one of our friends does. I'm sure they wouldn't mind lending you a copy.
Well, he did send me his model of Cody.
Ah,
You know, I started to realize where that Peter face is actually made with. It's made using a Henry face and a duck face.
and believe it or not, that's actually gonna be what's gonna have. And believe it or not, I actually have a Hornby duck that I'm gonna use a face for.
Oh.
You know, speaking of now that you mentioned Peter, now I start to think. Now it reminds me. When do you think he's going to get? When do you think he's going to be out of Railgate?
That's up in.
I know what year it's gonna get out of Railgate.
Do not interrupt. Thank you.
Sorry.
Basically, that you may want to ask Victor for an idea for. Like Victor said in his Green and Salutations video, part two is on the way. Although, however, he doesn't know when he's going to release it. All I know is he's going to release it sometime this year. Next year. Next year. Why the hell did I say this year? Because this year's almost over.
Ah, It's still not the same. Including the title, the year of my YouTube channel will also change. And we got the Invisible Man engine.
Merlin. 1964. Peter's gonna get out of Railgate in 1964.
Yeah, I believe so.
That's what's according to the wiki.
I didn't even. Also, I also started making other kinds of models that, like these ones, for example. Sure, Andrew, you saw them.
Oh.
Well, this is just recent.
Ah, Edward.
Yeah, these images, these screenshots were captured by one of Scott's one of my one of Scott's friends, Fantastic Mr. S.
I know who he is. I voice act in his series. Not much of. I don't really voice act that much because a lot of the good roles are taken by a lot of other people. People. I may not be able to change my accent that much unless I do a British voice, which is basically Tim Curry's and Duffel 3's. But it's the best I can do.
I make
Yeah,
a pretty good
know
British
you can
voice.
I know you can make a better voice like for Diesel 10, Joshua, or including D199.
Yeah, because mostly the voices are basically the same, and this is basically my Starscream voice.
And yet,
So you're
also,
the one who sound like Starscream, not Joshua.
and also on that, on that video with Victor Tanzin, thankful, you and Joshua did sound like a pair of mad dogs. You growl each other.
I know it's funny.
But you consider that but you consider that a roar? My three chime whistle is a real roar. Well, the, maybe we'll make you jump off the rails. I'm sure. Well, maybe with this new upcoming model of Edward, maybe I will able to make a new version of Mickey.
Maybe. Also, this Damon guy. He's who is it? He's saying his name, Andre. Andre Cat. Who's he talking to?
To one YouTuber that was here earlier, who known as Andrew. Is the username of a YouTuber here.
Okay, okay. Whew. Just making sure because I really hope he was not talking about me because.
No, he isn't. There's only one Andrew of the kind, and that's you.
Exactly. I mean, there are times where, yes, there are times where I can be. There are times where I can get easily annoyed and stuff, but that's when people, only if people push my buttons.
Well, look at this.
Ooh, Gordon looks great.
Yes, the LNER A1 Pacific.
It's
Correction. LNR A0. He's a prototype.
Really?
Yeah, Gordon was a prototype of his class.
How did I forget that? Give me a second.
Meh.
Everyone
knows that.
I want your model. Whose model are you talking about? I hope you're not talking about my model because, as I said many times before to a lot of people already, my model is privatized. I only give it out to close friends like Victor and some other people. It's not public.
It is actually obvious. Well, anyway. This is just one. If you wonder why this Thomas is color green, is because I was making the OC of one of my friends. This
I mean, there's nothing wrong with green E2s. E2s, nothing wrong with them. Well, all except for that one green E2. I'm not gonna. Well, actually, two of them. I'm not gonna share that. I'm not gonna say their names due to the fact a lot of people had a lot of trouble with those two, and I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about.
Well, anyway, look at this.
Oliver.
Yeah, he looks
Oliver.
more close. He looks more better with the. What do you think? Does it look great?
He does look great. Now that you've shown Oliver, have you guys ever heard of a film called The Titfield Thunderbolts?
Oh yeah, I saw that
I
movie.
I have seen I've seen that movie one time. I mean, it's not a bad movie, but it's not really my cup of tea. No offense to other people who watch it.
It was a comedian movie from the 50s.
Dude, can you imagine that Oliver takes Irene, one of the coaches that Toby used to work with back in his old tramway, and repainted Irene into to the coach like they went back from the film, and
That's impossible.
I don't know. Well,
That's impossible because the coach that appeared in the film has a bogey truck and not a single wheel at each end of the carriage.
oh,
You know,
Anyway,
I should watch that film.
anyway,
actually, you know what, Ricardo? Believe it or not, I never told you that this. I mean, Chuck showed me one time, but he's actually making a better. He's actually working on his own version of the Cody Fail engines right now. I mean, ones with changeable with changeable faces.
oh really?
Yeah,
Is he making the one that the number 12 engine of the railway, the one who almost looks like a ramp?
that I did not know. I mean, the only engine. I mean, Niles was the one that was rarely ever made in train. Actually, in fact, he was never made in train. I mean, yes, someone did make a prototype, but it was never released. So you know what? So in other words, that idea got scrapped. So technically, to be honest, that one does not really count. Me and Chuck's version, I'm happy to say that trains model is available for the public, and I'm very happy to share my creations to. Here's the thing: I don't mind having me and Chuck make trains models to give to people. However, there are some limitations to certain models. Like for example, my OC. My OC is, like I said before, my OC is privatized. Niles, the Mount Diesel, as a lot of you call him. All of them, you can call him whatever you want. One you can reskin, and download him because he is available.
All right.
But I'm just letting other people know. I mean, I know this before, but you know what I mean.
Okay. So what? Look at this.
Henry,
Yeah, Emily's husband.
It's Henry.
Mark, you're back.
James,
Yeah, I've only for a little bit. I've only got a little bit of time before I have to deal with some homework really quick.
I see. No wonder.
James remarried.
Say what?
I never mentioned that. Ugh, how embarrassing.
Yeah, I saw the episode. I almost
I swear,
died
It was
laughing.
really
I swear.
unbelievable.
I swear, that one scene made everyone. It was jaw drop. It was funny. And
Can you imagine that Percy joins us and said, "Guys!"
Percy, don't do that. You made the children's balloons pop.
You see,
Sorry.
Oh, that Percy.
And if all of you watched, if any of you saw Victor's short, thankful, I technically freelance all my lines. There was no script. Victor just told me to freelance my lines. Victor just told me to freelance my lines, and I did. I mean, the only line he ever gave me for me to record was because they're kids. Kids. That was the only thing he said to me, and say what I'm thanking for. The rest was all by me. I recorded what I had to say and stuff. I made myself sound funny and serious at the same time.
For what almost were
Including
talking about
that
this.
Percy one, because I love the Percy get ones. And since a lot of engines already done me, Percy don't do that. I want to have my turn, and I thought to myself, what kind of joke would work? And I thought, you know what? Since it's around my birthday time, you know what? How about balloons? Something to do with balloons. Balloons popping, and children screaming. It was perfect.
Yeah, to be honest, indeed it was.
And not to mention that that other laughable screen that I saw from the short where Eric had thought all food products are literal, like the hot dogs, the chocolate mousse, and the spotted dick.
To be honest, he's
Eric,
cooking something
you
mad.
need. Oh my god. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
guys, I gotta deal with
Okay.
this really quick.
Ah, not
Okay.
again.
Okay. I got good news and some. Okay. I got some good news and I got some bad news. The good news is thankfully Eric is getting what he deserves. But just in case, the bad news is because of what we just heard. I'm gonna give you an ass whooping.
And then
Oh, no.
bam, bam, bam. They kick his bunker.
Yeah, that's actually proper. Kick his bunker.
Uh, to be honest, his cooking is really mad.
Yeah, we even know that Eric might not be smart, but still.
But at least he do ask for questions. If
Yeah.
something that makes clear for him.
Oh, wait a second. We know that according to All in the West, so we know that Eric works in the Kirk Ronan branch, right?
Yeah.
So I looked up at the Thomas Wiki and it says that Fergus also worked in the Kirk Ronan branch.
Oh yeah. I saw in Trains 4 Days. In Trains 4 Days videos.
Yeah. Wait, can you imagine that Eric accidentally messed up something? You know what Fergus would say?
Now that you mentioned, I'm actually pretty confused.
I know what he would say. Do it right, Eric.
Oh yeah, that. Oh yeah, that. I forgot about his own phrase.
Sorry, Fergus.
Also, speaking of Victor Tansin, I wonder which roads he did use for the mainland.
Well, all I know that if you look in his some of his end credits, we might know what kind of routes he used.
All I don't actually watch on his credits. All that I could see only the where did he got the content from. And also it's a credit to the owners as well. Anyway, Andrew, also we were discussing about season 25 and how
Oh,
bad it's going to be.
Uh, to be honest, I have no use to watching season 25. I'm sorry, but Mattel is really
I was bringing the subject to talk about.
after
And
basically after what me and Liz heard what Mattel's doing to the show. I'm sorry, but no.
Okay.
Also I saw someone making a custom design of how Gordon is going to look like, and from my point of view, he looks like an O10O Big Bertha.
Yeah, he told me about that engine.
Huh?
He
Big
told me
Bertha.
about these O10Os.
Ah, I see.
Molly did mention an O10O named Big Bertha on Victor's videos on the Licky Incline. You never have had the engine, do you?
I don't have one. Sorry. I was busy doing. I was busy looking at something.
Oh, okay. But if we mention you, please don't get distracted.
Sorry, force of habit.
Okay, what's this?
Anyway, repeat your question again.
About?
You were asking me something.
Oh yes, I was asking you that if you hear Molly mention Big Bertha on Victor's videos.
I've heard of it.
Well, Big Bertha was an O10O built by the Midland Railway, the only one at
Yeah.
the time.
I'm aware. I'm aware of that. I mean, basically, I've seen a few pictures on DeviantArt and on Google. She's not a bad engine. I have to say. Though, if someone did make an electric model of her, you know how expensive she would be.
Now that you mentioned, yes, it will be expensive.
Yeah, exactly. Something that's not in my money ranks. Let's go with that.
But
Oh,
but the thing is, if they make a model of my favorite engine, the Midland Rubber Spinner, it will be 3 times more expensive than your own Bagman, than the diesel Bagman model that you use for the OC.
Mm, yeah.
Also, just today was the last was my final was my final exam, and I now finally free.
Oh, that's a relief.
Also, you guess which what I did what I did exposed on my class online. Let me show you. I got it right here.
All right.
Look.
ooh.
Ooh.
Yep.
I'm really hoping that one day I can actually have my own train website, one where people can go to, and that way I can have train maulers like you, Chuck, and some other, and perhaps some others to help me out with to help out with some future projects and
Also,
projects.
look look here, Andrew. You are here. Members
Like,
and friends.
but,
Andrew.
yeah,
Oh.
In this screenshot of you.
but yeah, though that old picture of me, that old trace model of me, I no longer even use that anymore. I
Uh,
think um, if you ask me, I'm not trying to be figure anything, but I think it needs to be updated.
uh I would this is was this is was to show the this is what to
I know,
show. No bringing opinions.
I know. I'm not again. I'm not trying to be picky. I'm just Ooh,
I know. That sunset is beautiful. Weather with Emily.
I know, right?
And when you think about this, doesn't this K2 look like a ghost?
Have you forgotten my? I have a K2 who's a ghost engine.
You mean the faceless engine? I still have it.
I
I
know.
just haven't removed the smoke box door.
Basically he's just faceless. So technically, replace the smallpox door with a big red circle. That's all you have to do. It's easy.
I know. Well, this is all I did expose, and right here below is going to it will have my social media, Instagram, Facebook, and including Twitter.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is actually my Instagram.
I see.
It looks
Also,
nice.
look,
Oh, nice,
this is my
There.
cute little puppy.
cute.
Oh,
This is how she looks like when she was a couple months old.
Oh my god, she's so tiny.
And this is her sister back in November last year.
Small.
I know the pugs are a little bit cute. And yeah, here's the first edition of my Casey Jordan model. And right here are my two favorite cars, Lightning McQueen and Christine.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say. Here's the thing. I love cars. I like Lightning McQueen, but the other one, I'm sorry, but I can't stand horror films. Okay, unless it's Friday the 13th. That one I'm kind of used to. But the rest, including that car that kills people, I'm
Also,
sorry, not my cup of tea. I'm
Also,
I'm
sorry.
used
also
to
take a
any
look
horror
to this.
movies.
This is my brother's dog.
Aww, it's so cute.
He's a retriever.
Aww.
That's how he looked like when he arrived, and that's how he looks now.
Wow, he's gotten so big over the years.
You mean you mean months?
Oh, wait. You mean? Oh my God! I'm
It's
so
recent.
sorry. Ay, ay.
Here are some here are some videos that my sister-in-law Caddy filmed when he arrived and uploaded on his Instagram.
I see. Just to let you know, I'm not gonna stay here much longer. I got some things to do. I need to go make myself some. I need to go make myself some dinner. So I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Oh wait, Andrew. Before you go anywhere, Ricardo, can you
Yeah.
do you see that? Do you see the link that I send you?
Oh yes, I spotted that. What is this about?
I thought of making something special for my channel. Like,
Oh,
Go on.
yeah,
the
so
early
there-
years, huh?
yep, I'm putting these guys in this movie: Victor
Can you be our
Tansic, Enterprising Engines 93, WR Studios, and these guys.
Including me.
Probably,
really?
Oh,
Wait, really?
okay.
yeah.
But yeah,
Also, I don't know. You know, if Matt Enterprising Agent 93 was here, I don't know how he would react if he sees Robin here. Doesn't
actually,
he?
actually, shockingly, last year in January, when I went to a mall train show, I actually ran into Enterprise and Engines.
You mean Matt?
Yeah,
Really?
Also, if he was here and if I show him this video of my brother's dog, I don't know how he would react. Maybe we'll think it. Maybe he will think it's Watson.
dude, dude, he's not like that. He'll probably not be like that. But yeah, basically he'll just say, "Hey, oh, he's so cute," and stuff, and probably give him and probably bring back some good memories. Yeah, yeah, I kind of feel sorry for Matt. In fact, a lot of us did. After that Twitter post, I felt very sorry for my dear friend.
Yeah, I also feel sorry when I found out that his dog passed away. Also, looking
Oh,
back at his old pictures, he really was a cute when he really
yeah,
was cute dog.
yeah. Well, like I said, I've got dinner to make, so I'll catch you guys later.
Okay, see you, Andrew.
Yeah.
Catch you
All
on the
right.
flip.
See, Andrew.
Seems like a nice
Well,
guy.
that was a bit quick for him to be here.
Yeah, it's my first time meeting
How
Andrew.
long? Oh, okay. So going back here onto train, going back here on the blender. Uh, well, indeed, I really make a great progress on Ferdinand.
Yeah. What do you think of the poster?
I like it. What is going to be about? Several stories before the current years. You know the actuality.
I'm terribly sorry, Ricardo, but I have to go.
You're not even here anyway.
I'll join later if I can.
Actually, I'm going to stream. Actually, I'm going to end up the stream right here, and I will do one later in the afternoon if it's possible.
All right then. Well, I'll see you all later. Bye.
All right, bye, Mark.
See ya.
Well, everyone, I think this is all for today. I did make a great progress on Ferdinand, and I do hope that I will work on these bogey trucks more later, and including several details on him.
Yeah, and
Also,
probably later on, I might tell you guys and this guy Ricardo about how the early years is gonna go.
well, thank you so much for being in the stream for all those that could, and also thank you to Mark and Andrew to join, and including to my friend here.
Yeah, if you want to,
Anyway,
if you want to know any information about me, CMF69, Ricardo, can you show a link to the people to see my channel? It's not hard to find. Just find Crazy Monkey Films 69.
oh, so that stands to CNF69.
Yeah, it's a really long name, so I had to put it in initials.
Yeah, it's better that way.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for watching the stream, and hope you will join us on the next afternoon stream. Goodbye, everyone,
See you, everybody. Keep subscribing.
and And please comment below and give it a like.